All right, continuing the renovation of this 50-year-old trailer, we're going to paint these just god-awfully ugly floors. Most of this trailer was actually pretty nice, but I thought about replacing this flooring, but it is not sensible because the vinyl runs under all the cabinets. So here is what I'm talking about. You can see how the vinyl comes under the cabinets, and it sort of does that everywhere. And yeah, here's this metal trim. It's sort of like inverted quarter round. Yeah, just doesn't feel, and it's also got these like kind of corner pieces that are separate. It doesn't feel like a good idea to remove it. So I'm going to use this floor painting kit from Rust-oleum. I only saw a few videos on YouTube where people had used this. It's so small that it would really only work if you were doing a bathroom or like a laundry room or something. Like if you were going to do a big room, this is probably not the product for you. It's also, man, inflation and Canadian prices. This was like $130. I don't think it's worth that, but as far as I can tell, there isn't another option. So I bit the bullet and decided to just go ahead and do it. Another thing, if you're thinking of getting this and you're wondering how it works, so on the top here, it has all of these colors that you can get. I decided to get the olive green because I thought it would tie together the kind of wood and the gray and the kind of 70s green that I'm painting the cabinet doors with. But there's all these other colors, and this is their sort of dark pigment class, and there's also a light pigment class or base. There's absolutely no way to sample these. And you have to take this up to the counter to get it tinted. That was not at all clear to me from the YouTube videos I watched or anything I read online. So what's weird about this is Amazon sells it. I don't really understand how or why that would work, because you would get this delivered by Amazon and it would just be white, I guess. So let's look inside. It's two things. It's like a quart, so like 890 milliliters of paint, which is why you probably can't do a very big room, and it would be so expensive to try. So yeah, it's got paint, which I had mixed up at Home Depot, and then it's got the coating, which is some kind of lacquer or varnish or I don't know what, but some way of sealing it because you can't just walk around on paint. And honestly, this was the reason why I wasn't really sure what to do other than to bite the bullet and buy this expensive kit. And it also comes with some kind of intense cleaner. All right, it's kind of a mess in here, but I think that's what happens when you get everything up off the floor to paint. My kit came with this stuff called Crud Cutter, Cleaner and Degreaser. I already have swept and vacuumed and used Simple Green on the floor, but the kit came with this stuff, so let's go ahead and use it. Some shop rags. I don't know how safe this stuff is, so I've got a rubber glove as well. And it appears to be sealed for freshness. It says it can be diluted or not. This is not a very big area, so let's go with not. Okay, so this is their olive color, which I really hope isn't a mistake. There's really no way to like sample this, but I kind of thought that it would tie together the other colors. So sort of like when I did the walls and stuff, I really recommend a high quality angle brush rather than a ton of tape. Taping takes a long time. And I find that if you've kind of painted over the tape, it actually is really hard to get the tape. There's two things that happen. One, some of the paint tends to go under the tape. It can be really hard to get that tape off without taking a little bit of the paint with you. And if you just do a little bit of practice, you can get really clean lines with this, and you just don't have to tape. Obviously, I did do some taping. The box goes on and on about how easy this is and you don't need to sand, but when you actually read the directions on here, which I don't know, this is going to not make for great content, but I'm going to read it out loud. It said all flooring should be tested for adhesion prior to coating the entire floor. Prepare a 3x3 inconspicuous area. Paint it. Let it dry for 12 hours. Take a utility knife. Make an X in the coating all the way down to the flooring. Apply a 4-inch long piece of duct tape over the X. Press firmly. Pull up the tape with one quick pull. If more than 10% of the coating comes off, the floor will need to be sanded with 60 or 80 grit sandpaper before coating the entire floor. So I don't know how false of advertising that is. I'm a bit surprised that this wouldn't have just said sand the floor, but I'm just going to go for it. I think I'm going to start just in the bathroom here. Let's see if I like this or not. All right. I did the bathroom and I don't hate this. So I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of the room. I don't feel like the coverage of this behaves like normal paint. So yeah, this stuff, it doesn't cover like normal paint. I almost had to do like 2 coats of this while it was wet to get good coverage. I'm hoping this will show up on the camera. So I'm going to try to do this little spot with the dinette and we'll see how it goes. And I'll show you again how I prefer to use these angle brushes rather than a ton of tape. Hopefully this isn't just a video of my back. So if you press it and then kind of ease the bristles into the corner, you can really just draw a really clean line by being careful. And like, I'm not good at a lot of this like delicate stuff. I'm not like an artist or anything like that. Like I can't ever make a clean line of caulk, but I find this to be really easy. Now, I don't know if you can see, but that's what I'm talking about with the coverage here being a bit light. It's just kind of smearing across the floor. Okay, and then you kind of want to put this on like pretty thick. So I don't know if there's any way you're going to be able to see it, but there are spots on here that still have some of the yellow showing through. And so this is sort of what I was talking about. The way I dealt with that in the bathroom was kind of to go over it a second time. And just pay really close attention to the coverage. And put it on nice and thick. All right, I guess let's go for it and do the whole rest of this place. Okay, we are going to put on the top coat now. If this is like a polyurethane or something, it's water-based, but if this is similar to like a top coat you would put on stained wood, you don't want to shake it, you want to probably stir it. You want to really stir it well. This looks a lot like a sanding sealer to me almost. So the instructions say to put this on the same, so cut into the corners, roll it on. The only difference is it says to use a 6mm nap roller, so like not as fluffy. I couldn't find that anywhere here, so I'm going to use 5. But just know that it's not meant to roll on as thick as the paint. But I think the point of this is, you're walking on a floor, right? So it needs a little bit more protection than a wall does. It says not to walk on this for 24 hours and that it takes 7 days for a full cure. So I think they say like don't go like dragging furniture around on it for like more than a week. Yeah, so this stuff is very thin. When you're going around corners, it's really easy for it to pool. So make sure you smooth that out or it's going to be, I think, pretty bad looking when it's done. I guess while we're here, let's roll this out and see how it looks. Well, it rolls out nice and easy. Okay, so here's how it turned out. I hope you can see it. The lighting's not very good in here, but I ended up having to do a second coat of the paint, and I did 2 coats of the top coat. in such a small space, I think that's perfectly reasonable, but the kit is so small that if you were doing a larger space, it just would not be practical. But for what it was, I think this turned out okay, and it completely refreshed the floor from that kind of crummy green and faded yellow and stained whatever it was to this kind of grayish color that kind of matches everything else. Yeah, I think this was okay. And it turned out not too bad after I did 2 coats. A little dirty now, but you get the idea. Yeah, not bad. All right, so there it is. This is the Rust-oleum floor kit to refresh this trailer. Do I recommend this product? I don't think I do. It was really expensive. I had to do 2 coats, which means that if you had a bigger space than this, you know, like small trailer, it just would not be practical. But it did the job that I wanted. Maybe this can help you make a decision for yourself. I think it looks pretty good. It just did not work as advertised. I had to do 2 coats of everything, which was not what they said. And it was so expensive. I just don't think it's a good product, or at that price point. If it was half the price, then I would absolutely recommend it. Like, I'm just not recommending it because it's so expensive. All right, and thanks for watching. If you like that video, you know, like, subscribe, share, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.